Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. Pretty amazing day for Marvel fans today. I gotta say, today was an MCU-centric day, pretty much. Why? Well, they had a whole slate. They dropped a whole slate right here. You can see it here. And it was like a Marvel Studios celebration, celebrate the movies video that went out. In fact, several of you said, why don't you have your kids react to it since they like Marvel? And I'm like, oh, you got it. You got it. If for everything Marvel from now on, anything trailer related, I'm going to have my kids react to it as well. So, but if you didn't get a chance to check that out, it's up here. You can see my kids reacting to the Marvel's Celebrate the Movies trailer. So, yeah, here are the dates, man. They've really got it filled up. So, Black Widow, July 9th, 2021. Eternals, I think we're going this way. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, September 3rd. Eternals, November 5th. Spider-Man No Way Home, December 17th. Then next year is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, March 25th. Thor, Love and Thunder, May 6th. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, July 8th. The Marvels, November 11th. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, February 17th of the year after. Then Guardians of the Galaxy, May 5th, 2023. And that's the last one. But at the end of that trailer, it actually had Phase 4 for Phase 4, but that's the Fantastic Four logo. So we're definitely having Fantastic Four coming up probably after this, so maybe in either late 2023 or 2024, because it looks like there's 3 movies a year here, right? What I'm seeing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 movies this year, because actually Black Widow was supposed to have come in last year, so that's 4 movies this year, 4 movies next year, and then 2 movies in 2023. But there's going to be like some other dates, two more after that. And because Marvel got their stuff together. They really do. They got everything in line. They're so organized. I don't know. They're so organized. It's kind of, yeah. So for us, DC, just leaving us DC fans in the dirt. Unfortunately, but yeah. Too bad, right? I mean, if they restored the Snyderverse, man, we could have caught up to at least Endgame by now. But, oh well. Anyway, moving on. Let's get into some Mortal Kombat. And in here, they're calling it Fatality. Warner Brothers' Mortal Kombat dropped to its knees in its second fight, falling a woeful 73% with 6.2 million, 34 million total. So, absolutely. If it did better than Godzilla the first time, it's not doing so good right now. I don't think it was doing better. I think Godzilla vs. Kong is still king of the cinema. So Godzilla vs. Kong definitely is going that way. Mortal Kombat, however, dropped. Wow. Like usually you want to see about 50% or less drop. But having it over that and a 70% level is not so good. Not so good. Will these ruin chances for a sequel? I honestly hope not. I hope not, because there was a lot of potential there to get a sequel, and I would love to see, them moving on to the actual tournament, and just Johnny Cage, more Sub-Zero, more Scorpion. It had potential. I think it could definitely still go, but man, will they? Man, that's a huge cap to the knee. Yeah, so let's see what happens from here on out for Mortal Kombat. All right, well, let's get into DC now. Okay, so in a recent podcast with Black Girl Nerds, Quintessa Swindle reveals they didn't care about the haters on their Cyclone casting. the creative freedom the studio has given the film and character, and praises director Jaume Colette Serra. So you can listen to this whole interview over here. But that's definitely something we've heard about before, that in terms of Black Adam, there's a lot of creative freedom. They're letting him do things. Essentially, The Rock is not letting the studio push him around. He's like, nah, I ain't letting you push me around. This is my movie. I know it's Jaume Colette Serra's movie, but it's really Dwayne The Rock Johnson's movie. It's really Dwayne Johnson's movie. And he's not going to let anybody push him around. So probably have more creative freedom through that one, I think. It's also New Line Cinema, but, you know, it's still part of Warner Brothers. So that's for Black Adam. Another one, this is actually from, let me see if I can rewind it back here, from Grace Randolph. According to Grace Randolph, it seems that both Margot Robbie and James Gunn have been re-upped at Warner Brothers. You can hear her saying that. Here, let me just turn this on.
Although I have to tell you, I just heard that James Gunn and Margot Robbie have re-upped at Warner Brothers. So James Gunn will be a 2-studio director on 2 major franchises simultaneously. Although I have to tell.
So I guess we are kind of, you know, DC is kind of Marvel now. But James Gunn, yeah, he's definitely doing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and then he's going to come back and do some more DC. And that's something I talked about yesterday, where they were when someone asked James Gunn, are you going to do you have any more DC projects lined up? And he says, maybe. And then before that, you heard that Margot Robbie was saying that she has some things in mind to do with James Gunn. So it does look like, coincidentally, both re-upped at the same time. I want to say it's probably something to do with Harley Quinn. It's probably my biggest guess. Gotham City Sirens, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Another Suicide Squad movie, maybe they liked it a lot. You know, the studio liked it a lot, and like, let's make another one for you. And what else? You know, what else is James Gunn involved in? Well, you know, everybody says, you know, not everybody, but a lot of people says, well, he's did Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe he can tackle the cosmic part and just go full blown, you know, Green Lantern Corps. And I'm like, okay, I guess. But man, do they have a lot of confidence in James Gunn, to the point that, you know, at least as long as what James Gunn says, creative freedom, they'll do whatever we want, very little studio notes and things like that, and he pretty much can choose any project he wants. Wow, that's crazy. Why does he have that much, why does he have that much power over them? Amazing. Interesting, right? Well, it's going to be another, so we're going to expect more James Gunn coming out of DC, soon. After Guardians of the Galaxy, we'll see what else he's going to work on next. All right, so this is from Geekosity. The Snyder Cut HBO Max real numbers revealed. So I'm bringing this article up because they actually talk to a fellow at Samba TV. The one who had all those third-party numbers showing how well the Snyder Cut did. So, the Snyder Cut was a smash hit on HBO Max, watched by 3.7 million households in its first 39 days. Warner Bros. Hid the Snyder Cut numbers from fans, who continue speculating in the dark about how it did. In fact, AT&T analyst in Investor Day on March 12th disappointed many because it didn't solve the mystery of the Snyder Cut numbers. At least it showed the Zack Snyder's Justice League picture, right? The viewer tracker application Samba TV received significant attention for being the first to publish any sort of Snyder Cut numbers. Samba TV's senior director, Dr. Jeffrey Silverman, appeared with YouTube personality Sil Abdul and I to discuss the latest data. In short, Zack Snyder's Justice League exploded on HBO Max. Silverman revealed that the Snyder Cut beat almost every other movie we looked at upon its release on HBO Max. So the Snyder Cut beat almost every other movie we looked at upon its release on HBO Max. In fact, only Disney Plus's Soul and HBO Max Wonder Woman 1984 topped it in its first 30 days. However, Soul and Wonder Woman 1984 were both entirely new films that had billion-dollar potential at the theatrical box office. Moreover, they were both launched on Christmas when families gathered together at home. The Snyder Cut wasn't expected to reach their highs. So the Snyder Cut real numbers revealed, smash hit. And here's a Pinterest view. If I can pull this out. Oh, here we go. Okay, so according to this, this is Justice League Snyder Cut, and this is Wonder Woman 1984. So, well, it didn't actually beat it, huh? So this is live on the same day. But what's interesting about this graph is how this is curving down. This is curving down, and this is trajectory is still going up. So, honestly, by the time, I know Wonder Woman 1984 is coming back on HBO Max in May, but being that, these movies, Wonder Woman 1984, Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. Kong, are 31 days only, Snyder Cut is, forever for the time being, there's more likely that these graphs would trend higher, even though maybe on the first 3 days, it seems lower than the other ones, but this doubled, right? This doubled from at this point. So at this point, it's already up here, I would say, because this stopped unless, it's coming out again. Wonder Woman 1984 is coming back to HBO Max. But for the time being, nobody can watch Wonder Woman 1984 on HBO Max. So it kind of just stops. Godzilla vs. Kong, it's gone. It's off HBO Max. It stops. Right? It's like it's as if you put a video on private or unlisted on YouTube while the other one is still live. So Zack Snyder's Justice League is still live. And so maybe people now, I'm starting to see more people like, oh, I get to see it now and I get to see it. And so that's why eventually, the Snyder Cut would beat all those three movies because it's still on the streaming service while the other movies are gone after their 31 days. So furthermore, Wonder Woman 1984 started to level off on its third day. The Snyder Cut, on the other hand, moved upward. I asked Silverman if this was due to positive word of mouth toward the Snyder Cut, and he agreed. After all, Wonder Woman 1984 polarized fans and critics. Its longevity was already in question. What the heck was that? The longevity was already in question when the lackluster reviews poured in. Some may not fully see the validity of Samba TV because they only extract findings from smart televisions around the world. Nevertheless, how is that any less accurate than the Nielsen ratings? Nielsen estimated there were 120.6 million TV homes in the U.S. for 2019 to 2020, but as of 2017, the study sample Nielsen uses is just over 0.03% of the actual U.S. households with televisions. Silverman explained that Samba TV projects up using our research to represent the entire population. From my own perspective, the viewership is possibly even bigger, not smaller. Many are worried that Warner Bros. Is silent about the Snyder Cut because it possibly flopped on HBO Max. Not even close. I asked Silverman directly if, based on Samba TV's object analysis, the Snyder Cut truly clicked. The Snyder Cut is absolutely a success, Silverman replied. It did great. That's an objective fact. But Warner Bros. Continues to ignore and troll Snyder fans, instead tossing high fives in the direction for the Snyder Cut's popularity. I don't believe in conspiracy theories. However, something smells at Warner Brothers. The Hamada Burgers. Even he uses the Hamada Burger. The Hamada Burgers have the stench of raw BS. Clearly, they don't want Snyder fandom to sniff the truth beneath the sewage of lies and buried truth. Warner Bros., as I have consistently told, doesn't want Snyder's followers to know that it blew up on HBO Max. And that's probably true because, we would have seen the numbers by now. DC Films has their vague plans going forward with J.J. Abrams' multiverse. They would rather gamble or on an uncertain future instead of giving the fans what they're truly seeking. AT&T, on the other hand, are the silent parental figures who sees the results and will take action. HBO Max is the future, and Snyder has now proven that it can dominate the streamer. Stay tuned. So, yeah. I agree that it definitely is. They're definitely hiding numbers. They're definitely, and I don't know if they want to show it or they don't care to show it, but they're definitely not giving the Snyder Cut any light of day right now. So it really doesn't matter at this point how the numbers did, because we know it did great. It's just that they won't show it. It's like it's beyond. It's personal. It's personal for them. It doesn't matter how good it did. It doesn't matter how more people want it. They just personally don't want it, and they've taken it personally. And it's just got to show to the AT&T group and say that what, that taking things personally, it's not good for business. It's not good for business. It's not good for making money. You don't take things personally. Where's that term? Where's that line? It's nothing personal. It's just business. Well, in this case, it's like, it is personal. It's not business. And if AT&T wants that type of company to run their DC, that's a big shame. You're not going anywhere. You're not getting anywhere. You're not even close to coming close to what Marvel did. They're in phase 4. You guys are in phase 1.5 and going in 4 or 5 different directions. Sorry. That's the absolute truth. So, but yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it did good. But that is an interesting graph here. I like this because it does make sense that when all these movies are after the 31 days of streaming, there's nothing else to play but Zack Snyder's Justice League. In terms of big blockbuster DC stuff. So yeah, cool. I like it. To help it a lot further, Snyder Cut is online now, almost every streaming platform in China. So congratulations, China. You guys can now see Zack Snyder's Justice League legally. Legally. I know you all streamed it already. Well, for the savvy ones, but now it's officially out. And on Bilibili, on the most popular barrage video website, they said thank you, Zack Snyder, and it has like a 9.8, which I've heard that is a huge, it's a really high score for this movie. So they definitely like it, they definitely love it, and it's finally available for the Chinese, for my cousins over there in China. There you have it. There you have it. Restore the Snyderverse. How do you say restore the Snyderverse in Chinese? Someone. I have no idea. I look Chinese, but I can't speak a word. Except, 谢谢你. Anyway, let's get on to the members' comments and questions now. Making a fool out of myself. Okay, Bull of Indomie. Warner Brothers selling the rights to Snyderverse to Netflix. These execs would rather set everything on fire than doing that. That's why that was like my first option. And then if that doesn't happen, it'll be great to see the story in some type of fashion. I like that vid, Chris. My thoughts exactly. I thought this a long time ago when I heard they were messing him about even during Justice League way back then. I said to my friends, why doesn't he just leave and go and do his own thing for another studio long before he had signed for, I want to see if, I think you said Army of the Dead here. Why doesn't it, okay. If he has signed for Netflix, it's a no-brainer, but I think he just wants to finish his 5 films and they'd be done with them. He has way better ideas for other stuff after DC. I'm making this comment to one of the member comments about Rambo or Rocky. I'll say I like both characters, but I'm leaning towards Rambo because without him fighting to protect our freedom, Rocky wouldn't be around, right? Oh, you got a point there, man. You do. I agree. Rambo it is. Kylar is the CEO of Warner Media. Sarnoff is CEO of Warner Media Studios and Networks Group. For Warner Bros. To be able to make their own plans and still continue the Snyderverse story might be the reason why Zack was not able to use the Green Lantern. If they are to keep the cast for further movies, it would have been confusing having 2 versions of Jon Stewart. Well, that's the whole point. They want to make their own plans and they don't want to continue Snyderverse. But see, the point is that they've been trying to make is that this is a multiverse, so any creator can do whatever they want. And since Zack's thing would be a cul-de-sac, then why don't they let him do whatever he wants? So that is why it's like, really, guys? Are you guys that scared that your Jon Stewart is not as good as, a 5 or like a minute scene? Not even a minute. of seeing, a minute. I think it's about a minute. Letting her show up. A minute scene of 1 minute of Jon Stewart, just like that, because Zack wanted to shoot all his bullets. Adorable. Thank you. Some people have watched the Marvel reaction. Young Justice future live action cast. Oh man, that would be awesome. Yeah, I must have fallen asleep and pressed the screen while I wasn't awake, accidentally throwing people off. I apologize to everyone for that terrible blunder and hope everyone thrown off or back on track. Yeah, Eric Blake, what the heck happened, dude? You were like deleting and things and stuff like that. So I'm putting you on timeout for a little bit. But thank you for your services. Sorry, Jimmy Kimmel. I'd prefer Matt Damon for Black Flicks Dick Grayson. That's it. Yeah, Matt Damon. I always thought Matt Damon could still, other than Charlie Hunnam, like he could be a Green Lantern too. I could kind of see it. I'll say this. While the idea of Zack doing his DC arc with completely original characters is interesting, it kind of seems like a compromise. Zack wants to explore the elements that make these specific characters who they are, and he's constantly talked as if he wants to be. I hate when this happens. If he wants to be these characters, no replacements. That said, his old storyboard synopsis itself, with the weird elements that are now completely out of place in what he's given us, such as Lois Clark, Bruce love triangle, or Barry going back specifically to tell Bruce he's the father, do come off as a great source to mine from or for an original superhero franchise. Zack just had to get rid of anything that refers directly to the arc as it currently is. I love Wakanda Forever being the title for the new Black Panther film. It feels like it points to the idea of Wakanda having to deal with having lost its king. Yeah. I'm very curious, and I didn't have the heart to tell the kids that he's not, alive anymore. I'm very curious what the Marvels is. Any idea what that's about in the comics? I don't know, but I know that it will have that Captain, I forgot her name, from the WandaVision. She was also like a kid in Captain Marvel, and we're gonna have Captain Marvels too. And then I think it was like Miss Marvel or something. I know there was behind the scenes shots of that lady in the costume. That's another Marvel. Also, gotta love how the very last announcement in the vid is Fantastic Four, third time's a charm. Right. Let's see who plays. Ray Richards and all those. I think Invincible will be perfect for Zack Snyder. I would love to see that happen soon. Invincible would be perfect for him if he wanted to do that. I feel like he, without adapting something, make his own original thing so that he can do whatever he wants. That way we don't have, certain fans won't have any preconceived notions or nostalgia or anything, because you don't know what to expect because it's a totally new character. If he made Invincible, then people are going to constantly relate that to the animation or the comics, and it could, it really. And if he changes something, they're like, well, Omni-Man wouldn't do that. He's like, just come on. So I think just do your own. I think Zack doing his own thing would be great. The kids must get their good looks from their mom. Just kidding, you're a stud, Chris. No, they do get their good looks from their mom. I tell everybody that. They absolutely get their looks from their mom. Amazing, Chris. God bless your beautiful family. Thank you very much, Mario. Chris, I noticed something in Warner Brothers production lately. Seems like they love making the person of color a villain. Superman and Lois, Krypton, The Nevers, Shazam 2, Black Adam, King Kong, Godzilla vs. Kong. It's kind of odd. Just something I'm noticing lately, but could be nothing. There are certain cases for that. I don't know about The Nevers. Shazam 2? Shazam 2? Oh. Well, in Shazam, Darla is black, so, and then, I forgot his name. Ross Butler is Asian, so that's not. Godzilla vs. Kong, there is that one dude, forgot his name, the conspiracy theorist, he's black, so. But not everything, but Superman and Lois, yeah, Lex Luthor is black and stuff like that, so I don't know. I don't tell you. Well, Krypton, yeah, Zod is black, but, the daughter, she's, to me, not a villain, so it's like, but Oh no, the mother of Zod. Sorry, yeah, because she's younger. But anyway, but yeah, so interesting. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. All right, here we go. Thank you so much for watching. That'll be it for this show. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.